For this video I will be switching roles between the characters, Shirogane and Kaguya. As well, I will only be referencing scenes from the show as my way of attempting to wouldn't follow any specific storyline in the series. When it comes to falling in love and confessing your feelings, you must first get to know the person before anything else. Knowing who that person is and who they hang out with is part of the process. When you meet a person and get feelings for them, you must be able to differentiate from the way they treat people they just consider friends and people they might actually be interested in going out with. From what we can see, Kaguya was at first a very cold and distant person. We also know that she has lived a secluded life, so we can tell that the people in the student council hold a special place in her heart, seeing how she opened up more because of them. Shirogane, on the other hand, is a bit more difficult, seeing as his personality hasn't changed much after first meeting Kaguya. So from both characters' perspectives, Shirogane can get a sense that Kaguya has a certain fondness of him even when compared to the other student council members, Fujiwara and Ishigami. Kaguya would have trouble figuring out to what degree Shirogane feels towards herself, seeing how well he gets along with everyone. One way to see how Shirogane feels about Kaguya is to see who he'd pick to hang out with over others. Setting up an event to which Shirogane is given tickets or an invitation to something that allows him to invite one other person could show how he picks between Kaguya and other people. If Shirogane decides to invite Kaguya, she can be more sure of how he sees her. This particular section doesn't have any real bearing on the actual plot of the show in general, but it's a method that would work in most if not every situation. After Kaguya or Shirogane found out to some degree that the other was somewhat interested in them, they would want them to confess their feelings to them. It is much more difficult to confess your feelings to someone over not confessing at all. The goal is to get either Kaguya or Shirogane to confess to the other. While they would have to create a situation to make this happen, they would also want to make it so they were never put in a circumstance where they had to confess themselves. What they should do is act in a playful and flirtatious way with all of their own colleagues. This way, when they're being flirtatious with one another, it doesn't come off as anything suspicious or romantic towards the other person. If Shirogane invites Kaguya to watch a romantic movie together and Kaguya suggests that Shirogane is in love with her, Shirogane can easily switch to asking Fujiwara instead, suggesting that Kaguya wasn't interested in going with him. Not only does this deflect Kaguya's attack, but it also gives Shirogane a way to make his company with Kaguya scarce, forcing Kaguya to either ask Shirogane out to prevent him from going with Fujiwara, or miss her opportunity to go out with the person she likes. In the end, no matter what, it's better to avoid the idea love is war entirely. Trying to force the person you like into asking you out instead of doing it yourself. If you struggle to ask someone out, it helps to picture yourself in their place being asked out by yourself, or if you were being asked out by someone else, to help simplify your approach in asking your crush out. The best thing to do is not overthink what should be done and simply go for it. Waiting will only decrease your chances of getting what you want here. And that's how I would beat love is war. Is there any tips you think would work better? Let me know in the comments.